Alright. I swear I won't start every video off like that. So you'll be needing some cardboard, boxes work better than pieces, and a lot of newspaper. Great time to do some recycling, and obviously not sponsored by Rexall, I swear. You'll need some of these garden planters. I got mine from the dollar store. You'll need 2 per tombstone. You could definitely use 1, but 2 will make it more secure, and considering this is a self-standing one, security is best. And scissors. For the prep work, you'll also need some basic hobby glue. Be sure to mix them in with water to thin out a little bit to make it easier to apply. If you don't have perfectly shaped cardboard, an option that's nice is to have tape. Any kind of tape. I'm literally just using some with dill pickles on it. The next few steps are definitely completely dependent on how big you want to actually make these. There's no exact measurements to follow, it's just how well your sizing fits together. Just watch my shapes and tape them together if you need to. You'll need a U shape and 2 boards the same length. And I know this step kind of seems a little bit obvious, but make sure that whatever size your little planters are, they can actually fit very nicely and almost loose in, make sure it's thick enough basically. I don't know how else to say that. Take the 2 boards and trace the planter's largest end to them. And then cut this out. Basically, you're using the untapered end. Pull them through just enough to keep them on the very edge, which is going to be a little bit of a almost widget, I think is what they're called. Hot glue or super glue the other piece of cardboard to the other side, securing them. This works because, again, they have a slight notch or a widget on the non-tapered end that holds them in place. Then tape the rest of your shapes together. Make a back and a front shape as well, and then tape those 2. Now onto the paper mache, the whole thing. I put down a few layers of this and let it dry overnight just to make sure that it was completely dry. And for the paint job, I used first a white acrylic as my base. This is going to be the same concept as using a white primer as your base for any makeup look or anything like that. And once that was dry, I mixed a little bit of brown, black, and white together to basically just create a very non-uniform color at all. Each time you go into it, it's going to be a different color, which totally gives it the kind of concrete effect, I would say. I'm stippling that on with a sponge again to create a concrete feel, while the brown acts almost like a dirt-like color to make it blend more evenly into the ground once you actually put it in. That's what she said. Again, once that's dry, I'm mapping out my letters in pencil. And then tracing those with hot glue. You can definitely just use paint for this or a marker alone, but to use the hot glue definitely gives it a cool little texture, and that's the way that I was wanting to go with that. Again, you can just use it for the look instead of just the look and the feel. You could even have some fun with this and write down some names like maybe Clairvoyant, like first name Claire, last name Voyant, or puns like that. I just went with Jason Voorhees because honestly, I'm just a sucker for scary movies and serial killers, which sounds really messed up, but you know what? We're going with it at this point. After I've traced it out with the hot glue and waited a bit for it to dry, I went in with the black acrylic paint. And it's as easy as that. Happy Halloween, guys!